fellow classmates. We are going to react to Macbeth at 4 Scene 3.
Enter Malcolm and Macbeth, a shady place where we can sit down alone and cry our hearts out.
Macbeth.
I am not treacherous.
No. We read the mind test now.
Oh, okay. Okay, instead of crying. No. Oh, instead of crying, let's keep hold of our swords and defend our fallen homeland like honorable men. Each day, new widows howl, new orphans cry, and new sorrows slap heaven in the face until it sounds like heaven itself feels Scotland's anguish and screams of pain.
I will avenge whatever I believe is wrong, and I'll believe whatever I'm sure is true, and I'll put right whatever I can when the time comes. What you just said may perhaps be true. This tyrant whose pure name is so awful it hurts us to say was once considered an honest man. You were one of his favorites. He hasn't done anything to harm you yet. I'm inexperienced, but maybe you're planning to win Macbeth's favor by betraying me to him. It would be smart to offer someone poor and innocent like me as a sacrificial lamb to satisfy an angry god like Macbeth.
I am not treacherous.
That was like a big mouthful.
It was.
Is Macbeth like on Macbeth's side or
No.
He's against
They're talking about being like against him. I think they're plotting something against him right now.
Yeah, they may like strike at him.
I hope that thing can hear us. I would literally cry and can't even hear us.
no sound at all.
Right?
But Macbeth is. Even someone with a good and virtuous nature may give way to a royal command. But I beg your pardon. My fears can't actually make you evil. Angels are still bright, even though Lucifer, the brightest angel, fell from heaven. Even though everything evil wants to look good, good still has to look good too.
I like that. I like that. That's like a good quote saying thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Even though everything evil wants to look good, good still has to look good.
And it said that Lucifer, the brightest angel, fell from heaven. Like, come on now.
You know, she her biblical.
Sure.
I
I
have
have a Christian mother.
I have lost my hope of convincing you to fight against Macbeth.
Maybe you lost your hopes about me where I found my doubts about you. Why did you leave your wife and child vulnerable? The most precious things in your life, those strong bonds of love, how could you leave them behind? But I beg you, don't interpret my suspicions as slander against you. You must understand that I want to protect myself. You may really be honest no matter what I think.
Okay, wait.
Oh, so this is the king. Who? King Malcolm. Remember, he went to the line and go to King Malcolm.
Okay,
So-
you know, but I think are they like arguing right now?
I think so.
I think
That's
they
what I
are.
was saying.
They probably are.
Yeah.
We're just reading it.
So wait, is Macbeth a deadbeat dad?
No, 'cause
when
when-
he went to I think England, he left his wife and his kids, and that's when he was old dude was gonna kill him, Macbeth. I mean, he couldn't kill him, so he went to go kill his family.
Which is so crazy because now Macbeth just said that he's gonna go kill his wife and kid.
Right, which is the point. That's why he's calling. That's why he said, "Why would you leave your wife and child vulnerable?"
Macbeth does not define me. I would never do that. Lead, poor country, great child. Go ahead and build yourself up because good people are afraid to stand up to you. Enjoy everything you stole because your title is safe. Farewell, Lord. I would be the evil villain you think I am, even if I were offered all of Macbeth's kingdom and the riches of the East too.
Don't be offended. I don't completely distrust you. I do think Scotland is sinking under Macbeth's oppression. Our country weeps and bleeds, and each day a fresh cut is added to our wounds. I also think there would be many people willing to fight for me. The English have promised me thousands of troops, but even so, when I have Macbeth's head under my foot or stuck on the end of my sword, then my poor country will be plagued by worse evil than it was before. It will suffer worse and in more ways than ever under the reign of the king who follows Macbeth.
They're about to go to war.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
is it gonna be like that vision? Is it the third vision or about
Where the helmet, the head and the helmet?
yeah, about the
that's
forest?
a good connection. That's a really good connection.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about myself. I know I have so many vices that when people see all of them exposed, evil Macbeth will seem as pure as snow in comparison. Of poor Scotland will call him a sweet lamb when they compare him to me in my infinite beauty.
So people gonna think, who
So
said
I'm
this?
that awful of a person?
That's
Murders are nothing?
Wait, King Malcolm is the king of England? Oh, okay.
So Malcolm and Macbeth are gonna be in war?
Yeah.
So why is Malcolm even involved with this in the first place?
Because Macduff went over there to get help.
Oh, okay.
Wait, who's Macduff, first of all? Is he like a son to Death?
I think
He
he's
is
a thing.
He is a thing. He was the dude that did the thing.
He was like suspicious with Lennox. Anyone who didn't
So
come
who's
in.
Lennox?
Yeah, that's the one that they
Lennox
put to the.
is-
Remember when they were talking all that stuff about Macbeth behind his back, like, oh, Macbeth seems a little off now. But
Why was he so butthurt that Macduff didn't come to dinner? What was so special about him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Macduff was the person who didn't go to the dinner party.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, he was getting hugged, so that would make sense.
Even in hell, you couldn't find a devil worse than Macbeth.
I admit that he's murderous, naturally greedy, lying, deceitful, violent, malicious, and guilty of every sin that has a name. But there is no end, absolutely none, to my sexual desires. Your wives, your daughters, your old women, and your young maids together cannot satisfy my lust. My desire will overpower all restraint in anyone who stood in my way. It would be better for Macbeth to rule a son like me, so he's a predator. Okay.
Like,
How's
you
he
got
a
some of your
predator?
daughters, your
Oh, well, that
daughters.
you're not. Well, you mean, you got, what's the 11th century, so like, they did.
That makes bullet Dutch.
That doesn't make it
snatched
any
them
It's
better.
not better, but it's
Yeah.
But I feel like Macbeth would be cheating on Lady Macbeth right now. Like he would be really killing. Wait, no, but
I think he's gonna kill her.
But he,
No, I think
oh,
Lady
no,
Macbeth
no,
is.
no, but he listens to his wife too much. Like he like.
Yeah.
But I think that he's gonna get so overwhelmed by her telling him what to do.
What
He's
is-
gonna be like, get out my ear.
If you notice throughout the story, you know, like at first, Lady Macbeth was practically controlling Macbeth, and now he's kind of like going further away from that because then she was mad at him for killing what was his name?
Banquo?
Banquo,
Right,
yeah.
that is true. He's trying to kill people at his own will.
Right.
I think
Like-
he is really gonna kill his wife.
So like Lady Macbeth, I feel like Lady Macbeth was his biggest influence. Now he's kind of like
Yes.
going away from it.
You know, like turn into a
going
psycho.
with his
Well, he's already turning into a psychopath, so he's gonna.
And I think that I think he enjoys the thrill of killing. I don't even think
Yeah.
it's just like, because the reason
Like-
behind it, I think he just likes to do it.
Like what's those people called?
Serial killer?
Yeah.
Okay, Macduff.
Endless greed and lust in a man's nature is a kind of charming. It has caused the downfall of many kings, but don't be afraid to take the crown that belongs to you. You can find a way to satisfy your desires in secret while still appearing virtuous. You can deceive everyone. There are more than enough willing women around. Your lust can't possibly be so strong that you use up all the women willing to give themselves to the king once they found out he wants them.
along with being full of lust, I am also incredibly greedy. If I became king, I would steal the noble's land, taking jewels from one guy and houses from another. The more I had, the greedier I would grow, until I cause quarrels with my good and loyal subjects, destroying them so I could get my hands on their wealth.
So Malcolm is no better.
That is true.
But he's honest about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Yeah.
he
He is,
says, if I was king, I would.
I mean, if I was king, I would
You
do
know,
the
you're
same
children.
thing. So like, but actually,
I'm saying he's more honest. I mean,
At least he knows that
he
he's
is
doing it.
honest.
he's doing it,
But
but
he's not
But
so.
Macbeth is like the person to cover it up.
Well, was Macbeth born in like wealthiness or no? Was he poor?
he was.
Well, you got.
He started off as a soldier, so he definitely wasn't in like royal ranking.
He was
What
like
about
in the
Malcolm?
middle class.
What about
Malcolm is the
Malcolm?
king.
Well, no, but was he born into wealthiness?
Well, we don't know that.
So,
It's just, I mean, it's England, so there's kind of a little bit,
Yeah.
It is a great.
yeah, so like that's why.
In England, you were born into the.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
yeah.
But also, Hyla,
That's
like,
why
if
Malcolm
you think
got
about
more
royals,
knowledge
Hyla got more
than
stuff
him.
than so did we. But Malcolm,
Yeah.
Malcolm was the type of person, you come up to him, did you sleep, my girl? Yeah, I did.
He's bold. Malcolm is
To
a
be
bold
honest, I
person.
really wonder what the other citizens think, because we know like what Lennox think, we know what Macduff think, and I wonder how like the citizens of Scotland feel.
I mean,
about.
Do they heard about? Did they?
Right, it was no like commentary on this.
No. Yeah. They keep it in like hidden from first.
The greed you are talking about is worse than lust because you won't outgrow it. Greed has been the downfall of many kings, but don't be afraid. Scotland has enough treasures to satisfy you out of your own royal coffers. These bad qualities are bearable when balanced against your good sides.
But I don't have any good sides. I don't have a trace of the qualities a king needs, such as justice, truth, moderation, stability, generosity, perseverance, mercy, humility, devotion, patience, courage, and bravery. Instead, I overflow with every variation of all the different vices. Now, if I had power, I would take world peace and throw it down to hell.
I'm starting to like Malcolm. He's being honest with everything.
He is only honest.
Like, yeah. Don't
Be
know.
specific.
Right, that's what I
We're
said.
getting to the end of
We're into it.
Y'all, stop complaining.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland.
If someone like me is fit to be king, let me know. I really am exactly as I have described myself to you.
Fit to be king. You're not too fit live. Oh, miserable nation ruled by a unserving, murderous tyrant. When will you see peacefully days again? The man who has a legal right to the throne is, by his own admission, a cursed man and a disgrace to the royal family. Your royal father, Duncan, was a virtuous king. Your mother spent more time on her knees in prayer than she did standing up. And she lived a life of absolute piety. Goodbye. The evils you have described inside yourself have driven me out of Scotland forever. Oh, my heart, your hope is dead.
He just said that man mama was on his people.
Wait, what? Leave that girl alone.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So Malcolm is Duncan's son? The dude that was killed?
To Malcolm?
It just clicked that Duncan was the king of England.
Wait. Do y'all know?
What?
Do y'all
I thought
remember-
Duncan was the king of
Yeah,
Scotland.
Yes, not. But then Malcolm is. How is Malcolm? Malcolm
Let's
is his
ask.
son.
Is Malcolm Duncan's son?
Yeah, Malcolm is Duncan's son.
Duncan was the king of England?
Malcolm is.
Yeah, Duncan was the king of Scotland.
Scotland. So how is Malcolm the king now? Or is he not the king?
He's not the king.
To clear everything up, Malcolm is Duncan's
He's
son.
the king.
Oh,
So Malcolm is not the king then?
I thought Malcolm was the king.
Macbeth went to go see the
This
king.
is why we should
Then I went to go see King Edward.
Oh, right.
I'll be right back.
Right.
Oh my goodness, the pizza's here, y'all.
Mm.
Anyway, wait. Let's figure this all out. Because I think.
Look at them.
No, because our conspiracies were so wrong.
I'm about to look back at the thing because
No, 'cause-
That's not gonna help because all the characters
okay.
that we
So
looked
Malcolm,
up, we
so
already
Duncan and Malcolm
I'm
are
just trying to see
related.
what happened.
Malcolm is Duncan's brother, but Malcolm is not the king.
Wait, Malcolm
is Duncan's son.
Yeah, did I say Duncan's?
No,
I said brother.
Malcolm is Duncan's son.
Yeah.
And Malcolm, it seems like Malcolm is a king. No, he's of the royal family, but he's not a king.
He was going to be king.
He's gonna be king.
Oh, right. Isn't that the one that escaped?
Yes.
No, it's not. You're thinking of
no, this is what happened. Macbeth was
You-
kicked off the throne.
What?
This is what happened last.
Oh,
That's what I was
no,
trying to say.
Banquo.
Read the last
No.
one, like I said.
Banquo, you
Macbeth
think
was
Why just
kicked
have
off
you
the
someone's
throne.
son? Everybody else.
Look at this.
listen.
Look at some honesty.
No,
No,
listen,
no.
If everybody else is doing this extra credit project, I'm quite sure they're not going
No,
to do
so
they would be just as confused as
Banquo. No, you're thinking of Banquo and Flynn. Banquo was like riding horses and stuff, and the murderers like caught them.
Okay.
And they slit Banquo's throat. And
So
then
where
Flynn-
we are is Macbeth got dethroned.
Okay, so basically,
Yeah, just read this.
She's so obsessed with his name.
Just read
Oh.
this.
Scottish troops led by Angus, Lennox, and the other soldiers are headed down towards Burnham Wood. There are plans to meet up with Macduff, Malcolm, and their English troops. They all discuss Macduff's horrible leadership and the fact that he's only in it for himself rather than for Scotland. He's just not king material. The Lords decided they got him to kick him off the throne.
You said Macduff?
Oh, so now they're trying to see
Macbeth.
what would be good.
So basically they was saying that Macbeth is bad, blah blah. He's self-killed. He's only in it for himself. And then they kicked him off, and now they're trying to.
But what about Singapore?
This is from scene 2.
Okay, so where we are right now is they're trying to discuss if Malcolm would be a good king because he was
Yeah.
supposed to.
So now they arguing. Now they're going back and forth.
And
Like,
now they're deciding that Malcolm would not be a good king at all. That's what we are.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because
Yeah. I know. Okay. Go ahead, Malcolm. Shut up.
Macbeth, this passionate outburst, which proved your integrity, has removed my doubts that you have made me realize that you are trustworthy and honorable. That devil Macbeth has tried many times to trick me and lure me into his power, and prudence prevents me from believing people too quickly. But with God as my witness, I will let myself be guided by you, and I take back my confession. I take back all the bad things I said about myself because none of those flaws are really part of my character. I'm still a virgin. I never tell a lie. I barely care about what I really own. Let alone I feel jealous about another's possessions. I've never broken a promise. I wouldn't betray the devil himself. I love the truth as much as I love the truth as much as I love life. The lies I told about my character are actually the first false words I have ever spoken. The person who I really am is ready to serve you in your foreign country.
Oh, that was
No,
cool.
so why is he switching up?
I think it was like a test to
I
see if
think-
Macduff would go along with another bad king, right?
I think it was just expressing his emotion now.
Okay, so
Why is he still stressed about his father's death? So,
Indeed, before you arrived here, oh Cyward, with 10,000 soldiers already prepared for battle, was making his way here. Now we will fight Macbeth together, and maybe the chances of our success will be as great as the justice for our cause. Why are you silent?
it's hard to make sense of such different stories.
A doctor answers.
Well, we speak more soon. Is King Edward coming out?
Oh, yes, sir. A crowd of sick people is waiting for him to heal them. Their illness confounds the most advanced technologies of modern medicine. But when he touches them, they heal immediately because of the power granted to him by heaven.
Oh my goodness, that part? Do you guys read the Bible?
Girl, no. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
no.
That don't mean we
No.
ain't Christian. I still
No.
believe in God.
Okay, but like here, like, have you seen the story? Have you read the story of how like Jesus was healing people?
I mean, like how he made
Like
the
that.
Or
What he just,
or
what
he's
the doctor
lying.
said.
Or he's lying.
Well,
Oh, but there's witches, so he could actually have powers.
so like that reminded me of that.
Good
Okay.
connection.
The doctor exits.
Thank you. What disease is he talking about? Goodness gracious.
It's called the evil. Edward's healing touch is a miracle that I have seen him perform many times during my stay in England. How he receives his gifts from heaven, only he can say. But he cures people with strange conditions, all swollen, plagued by oculars, and pitiful to look at. Patients who are beyond the help of surgery are placing a gold coin around their necks and saying holy prayers.
So
Okay, I have something to say about that.
What are you gonna do with the witches?
So, I feel like
like Princess in the Frog, Voodoo Man.
I feel like this whole he has magic power things is an exaggeration. Because me and Simone, we have Mr. Simmons, and the thing about in history is like the people used to believe that their kings and stuff had power sent to them from God. Like they were chosen to be kings
Oh,
by
they're like the
God.
Egyptians.
So I feel like they think he has a power because he's the king, so the power was given to him by God.
They say that he banquets this ability to heal his royal descendants, along with this strange power. He also has a gift of prophecy, various other abilities. All these signs mark him as a man graced by God.
Ross enters.
Who's that coming over here?
By his dress, I can tell he's a countryman, but I don't recognize him.
My noble kinsman, welcome.
I recognize him now. May God alter the circumstances that keep us apart.
Hello, sir.
Is Scotland the same as when I left it?
Alas, our poor country is too frightened to look at itself. Scotland is no longer the land where we were born. It is the land where we'll die, where no one ever smiles except for the fool who knows nothing. Where sighs, groans, and shrieks rip through the air, but no one notices. Where violent sorrow is a common emotion. When the funeral bells ring, people no longer ask who died. Good men died before the flowers and their caps broke. They died before they could fall sick.
So they knew about the deaths? Oh, your report is too poetic, but it sounds so true.
What is the most recent news?
Even news an hour old is old news. Every minute, another awful thing happens.
How is my wife?
She's well.
And all my children?
They're well too.
Macbeth hasn't attacked them?
They were at peace when I left them.
Don't be stingy with your words. What's the news?
Well, I was coming here to tell you my sad news. I heard rumors that many good men are arming themselves to rebel against Macbeth. When I saw Macbeth's army Scotland would inspire people to fight. Even the women would fight to rid themselves of Macbeth's oppression.
Okay, so that's the citizens' opinion right there.
Yes,
that we were
it
talking about
was.
earlier.
Hate him off with his head.
So what is what?
But they did, the witches did say beware of Macbeth.
So is
Right.
this like,
So what's Macbeth gonna do?
Macbeth is
He gonna get
his
that.
art.
is this
What
like,
is Macbeth doing to Scotland? He's been like messing with the royal.
He's killing people, and while he's killing people, he's probably not controlling the land.
so this is like the beginning of their downfall. This one.
Like,
This is the climate, y'all.
This is the beginning of Macbeth's downfall. The wait. So do y'all think he's gonna get like executed in the end, or like how do you think it's gonna
They
end?
get executed.
I think he might die in war. I don't think so,
Remember
really.
the thing they said they can't die from people. Or not people.
He can't die by
Somebody
the
What
mortal.
if when they said,
But
what if a tree
no.
falls on
I just they said.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you remember what you said? You said something about the soldiers, and they said that them soldiers was in that forest.
Oh, so they gonna be
And
hiding out
that's
there?
how he's gonna die.
And they
He's
gonna
in that
Oh,
forest
so
that
you
he's
said
gonna
that's
die in.
Macbeth's soldiers hiding out in
No, Malcolm's soldiers are hiding in that forest. They're in that
They're
forest.
in that forest right now.
Oh.
And yeah, they're waiting to get Macbeth. And
That was in the
that's
prophecy.
how he's gonna die. Because once the forest starts
What?
moving, he says something like that.
That's like the third vision, right?
Yeah.
Because you know,
So
if
the
you're
fourth-
hiding in the woods and it's dark, you look like a shadow.
What?
of the
So
forest.
what was the fourth vision about then? It
There was a fourth?
Remember
This
the
is the
dude,
fourth vision.
the kid?
No, that's
No,
the third.
the forest vision was
Oh, you
like,
said first?
it
I said
said
fourth
you may
vision.
not be killed until the forest.
That was the third
No.
vision.
Just like
That-
starts walking
what's
to the
fourth?
hill.
It was talking about Banquo.
The
Was that
fourth
a mirror?
was Banquo's ghost and the king's woman.
Oh,
So he's in the afterlife then, tell me.
I think that
Banquo was
Macbeth
saying-
is gonna get killed when he goes to that forest.
Yeah, he
I think that what they said in that vision symbolizes what's happening right
like
now.
basically he gonna get jumped.
Yeah.
See,
He gonna get jumped by some trees.
this is my real last stuff in the Bible. Y'all
We get it.
kidding.
Come on.
God, you're not even supposed to talk about religious stuff in school.
For real.
What? School is not a session.
And we're in school probably. But anywho,
Let them be comforted. I'm returning to Scotland. Gracious King Edward has sent us the Norwich Sideward and 10,000 soldiers. There is no soldier experienced or more successful than Sideward in the entire Christian world.
I wish I could repay this happiness with good news of my own. But I have some news that should be held in a barren desert where nobody can hear it.
What is the news about? Does it affect all of us or just one of us?
No decent man can keep from sharing in sorrow. But my news affects you alone.
If it's for me, don't keep it from me. Let me have it then.
I hope you won't hate me forever after I say these things, because I will soon fill your ears with the most dreadful news you have ever heard.
I think I can guess what you're about to say.
Your castle was attacked. Your wife and children were savages. You just said that they were okay.
He did! He's a liar!
No, on the other page it said,
they're fine.
well,
He's a
Well,
and we died.
Yes!
Nah, you just caught that right now?
And they were savagely slaughtered.
And
Not
they
killed.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, cause if someone, no, cause if someone just said that,
I will slap Ross so
no,
hard.
no,
He should have just told Macbeth from the get-go. Because he had this man had a false hope.
No,
No,
but who
he-
killed him? Who killed him?
He had people
Not
ready
killing
to
Macbeth.
no, because me and Ross had to box after that, cause if you said that, what are you talking about?
What reason did he have to give him false hope like that?
No, for real. Just imagine him saying, no, just imagine Ross is telling
He
you
would be
that,
like-
and he walk inside his castle, you just see bodies everywhere.
Right.
I'm like,
I'm gonna be like, hey soldiers, get ready.
There's no way. Your castle was savagely attacked. Your wife and children were savagely slaughtered. If I told you how they were killed, it would cause you so much pain that it would kill you too, and add your body to the pile of murdered corpses.
Merciful heaven. Come on, man. Don't keep your grief hidden. Put your sound into words. The grief you keep inside you will whisper into your heart until it breaks.
they killed my children too?
They killed your wife, your children, your servants, and your
Oh my God.
Me, no, I
Did
was
they kill
box.
the pets?
Yes. Then I was box Ross, then I was
to be honest, this is all. Like, I don't want to say it's Macbeth's fault, but to be honest, he could have brought his family with him. He shouldn't have left them, because you know that if he couldn't get to you, he was going to try to get your family.
Bro, if he already on a murder spree, you just make him mad.
Right, and you know that. Like,
If 1 + 1 = 2, what do you think?
If
Like,
I,
Right.
if I was Macduff and I know I'm finna die, I could be like, Macbeth, come in with me.
I'm voicing out the.
oh, you're going through grief. Go ahead.
Denial. My wife was killed too.
Exactly, denial.
he already
I
said
said
it.
she was.
Take comfort. Let's cure this awful grief by taking revenge on Macbeth.
As you
He
should.
doesn't have children. All my pretty little children. Did you say, oh, that bird from hell? All of them. What? All my children and their mother dead in one full swoop?
Fight like a man.
I hate Malcolm right now. Malcolm, shut up.
Right, Malcolm just throwing in some comments.
He's like, get over it. Let's get Macbeth and then
He's
boom.
like, can we go back now?
Right.
Are
and
your
Malcolm-
children dead?
Malcolm, the
There's
type
more
to be like,
fish in the
Well, I
sea.
guess technically he did still lose his father, so.
Oh, right.
I will, but I also have to feel like a man. I can't help remembering the things that were most precious to me. Did heaven watch the slaughter and not send down any help? Simple Macbeth. Simple Macduff. They were killed because of you, as wicked as I am, and they were slaughtered because of me, not because of anything they did. May God give their souls rest. So he's
let this anger sharpen your sword. Transform your grief into anger. Don't block these feelings in your heart. Let them lose as rage.
He's trying to use his family's death to strengthen him, and that's making me so mad. Malcolm, stop. You don't get to say
I think
anything
they
else.
Why are you gaslighting? That's
Right.
Like, what
But
is
that's
he
what
doing?
makes somebody mad and do stuff.
I mean, it's gonna help them win the war.
Yeah,
so
it is.
basically, I could go on weeping like a woman and
Oh.
bragging about how I will avenge them. But gentle heavens, don't keep me waiting. Bring me face to face with Macbeth, that devil of Scotland. Put him within reach of my sword. And if he escapes, may heaven forgive him as well.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
So
I would
basically,
kill Lady. If
like,
I
I
was
think-
Macbeth, I would kill Lady Macbeth.
Oh, for
I
real?
think
What?
she gonna
Go
die.
after her.
But the thing is, they don't know that Macbeth was kind of behind
Oh,
everything.
wait.
They take Macbeth anyway.
Wait, cause
Like, they gonna take it
Macbeth like killed Macduff's family. He probably killed Lady Macbeth.
Cause they were saying he doesn't have any children, blah blah.
Right, the only other person besides Macbeth that they could kill is Lady.
So I would,
Yeah,
just
just go for Lady Macbeth.
But I feel like
You
Macbeth
capture
is-
Macbeth, you get Lady Macbeth, you kill her in
But
prison, and then you kill
killing
Yeah.
women and children back in the day was like highly looked down upon.
So you kidnap Lady Macbeth.
But I mean,
kidnap
he did it
Macbeth, and
Yeah.
I feel like Macbeth.
It's like that thing in eye for
Macbeth
eye,
is
leg for leg,
Mhm.
a life for a life.
But I feel like at the same time, Macbeth.
I mean,
That's why they can't have any
Like-
children. No, they can't. They literally can't.
Okay. Can we finish?
Let's go, Malcolm. We're almost done, so we can eat this food.
Now you sound like a man. Come on, let's go. See King Edward. The army is ready. All we have to do now is say goodbye to the king. Macbeth is right for picking. We'll be as acting as God's agents. Trip as much as you can. A new day will come at last.
The exit.
How do you guys feel about?
I'm mad.
No,
They better- they
no,
better
cause
keep
forget
it.
Ross. I don't care if he died in the
Do
battle.
you wanna?
Ross,
Do you
I
wanna read
would
the
have punched him
opening?
point blank.
Yeah. Okay.
Point blank, no, I would have punched him in the face.
Okay. Listen to Aisha.
A doctor and a waiting gentlewoman enter.
I stayed up with you for 2 nights now, and I haven't seen any evidence of what you were talking about. When was the last night you seen her sleepwalking?
Since Macbeth went to war, I have seen her rise from her bed, put on her nightgown, unlock her closet, take out some paper, fold it, write on it, read it, seal it up, and then return to bed, remaining asleep the entire time.
Who are we talking about?
Maybe Lady Macbeth.
Lady
No,
Macbeth,
that's it.
because they said since Macbeth went to war, I've seen her
Oh, okay.
rise from her bed.
It's unnatural to be asleep and act as if you're awake. When she is like this, besides walking and performing various activities, have you heard her say anything?
She says something, sir, but I will not repeat it to you.
You can tell me. You really should.
I will not confess it to you nor to anyone else, because there was no one else to witness her speech.
She probably said. She probably was talking about those murders.
Who's she?
Lady
Lady,
Macbeth.
they talking about
Macbeth.
Lady
Lady
probably-
Macbeth enters holding a candle. Look, here she comes. This is exactly how she always looks, and I swear she is fast asleep. Watch her, keep hidden.
How did she get that candle?
It's used by her.
Oh no, we done.
Oh, we're not reading? Like,
And we leave you on a cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
I'm so happy I don't have
that
to read
part
this
was
before
kind
they
of
didn't read it.
What was they like? What was they talking about, Lady Macbeth? And
She's
I'm still
sleepwalking.
really mad.
so
It's
she's
like
like,
she's sleepwalking, and I bet you, I will bet my life that
She
admitted
said
to
something
murder.
about the murder. Yeah, definitely. There's no question.
She
about
probably snitched on herself.
That's
that's
what
what's
she
living
was-
in that castle though. It's so dark and no light.
That's probably why
I'll
they
be
got
creeped out.
How do you light a
So-
candle while you're asleep?
So Lady and
Right.
Macbeth and Macbeth are kind
Like,
of
dang, you
Like
like
you-
shit like this?
She's
I
like,
mean-
what about Banquo's ghost possessing her?
No.
What if he? But what?
I don't know about that.
But what if he's like making her right, letting of her guilt?
Wait,
Right, I
To
can
be
see
honest, this is something, I don't know what activity we're doing, but I wrote down, I was like, I think that Macbeth is seeing Banquo out of guilt. He's not actually there. Banquo is not actually there.
I mean, but there's so many witches and
Ghosts.
stuff.
They had that whole thing
Yes.
where everybody lined up.
I think
think
he
that-
was.
I think
He's
that
seeing stuff out of
Wait,
guilt.
No, I
who's
think
the
Banquo's
person?
ghost. Well, you think like
I think his ghost.
I don't think he's, I don't think the ghost is
No,
real. I think he's seeing
his
stuff out
ghosts
of
will
guilt.
only attack Macbeth.
But I think the ghost. Thing said that the ghost can speak, right?
Yeah.
So I think the ghost will like possess her, cause like use like Lady Macbeth's voice to like.
I think that's a stretch. Oh, well, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Because
like,
when
Witches
she
and no ghosts.
Right.
And a king that has magic powers. I mean, if there's no one have out that,
It's a Shakespeare, and, like-
there has to be a ghost.
I never knew that. I thought it was all serious stuff in Shakespeare.
When I think of Shakespeare, I think of
Romeo and
Juliet.
Yeah, yeah.
What about Macbeth's and Malcolm's army like sneak attack and then like cast?
What if they try to
break
sneak attack each other?
That would make sense though. No, they gonna call Macbeth.
What if Lady Macbeth dies because she didn't take care of herself when Macbeth was gone? Like she was so depressed
He's
that she
gonna
like
come home and
passed.
scream into it.
I-
Macbeth seems like the person to go outside and scream to the
Oh,
rain.
hide her.
Macbeth is gonna get angry and kill her.
Yeah, like have an
That's
argument.
what's gonna happen. There's no doubts about it.
What if he hallucinates that he's doing something, like he's grabbing the dagger and stabbing Banquo again, and he's stabbing Banquo?
Yes.
Does he be like seeing stuff?
What?
Yeah.
The ghost of Banquo make him have like that.
What if his guilt,
It's
like the ghost is just in front of him? He's like, I'm done with you. And he's
Yes.
like,
Oh my
"Dang."
goodness. Have y'all seen like the
Girl.
No, Conjuring.
Yes.
Oh yeah. The new one.
Yeah.
And you see like that whatever the investigator whatever. Like she
But
went
what
to
if they
like
want
the
to see it?
forest.
What if they want to see it? And you're next.
Oh, no, I've seen it. I've
You
seen
saw
it.
it. Yeah. So you know how like
But yeah, how she was
Forest?
originally, that she almost.
yeah like that
Right.
like that.
Mhm.
It's like,
That'd be impossible.
They was like possessed.
But like
by,
you can't technically stab a ghost, but like his mental brain can really think of that at the time.
But do you
Like,
think
he
that
might think
Shakespeare was thinking about stuff like that back in his days?
I mean, well, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, thinking of witches.
They were
He
religious.
can think of stuff.
This video is gonna be a really long.
alright guys. So you
Alright,
can
we are done.
Wait, we said we should make an intro.
we just
I mean, an
did.
outro.
Outro.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so much.
watching.
Bye.
Thank you. We about to eat. The food is probably cold.
Yep,
so,
yummy, yummy,
thank
yummy.
you.